Hello everyone, I'm LaVaughn, author of Yet While I Trust Him, a Bible study on the book of Job. In this video, I'll be reading the introduction chapter for the book. The book of Job. What an interesting, complicated, emotional, and poetic book this is. The idea to write this book, Bible study, after in the beginning, came because I erroneously assumed that the story and life of Job happened before the Great Flood. I'm not sure where that came from, possibly because this is considered the oldest book written in the Bible, but it is what I believed at the time. It didn't take long to learn the truth. Instead, by talking with Pastor Yulian Filipov and research, it was widely believed that Moses in fact wrote this book during his exile period. He wrote the book of Job first before writing Genesis and then the rest of the Pentateuch. Job is mostly a wisdom book written in the style of poetry. Now, what makes this different than most biblical books is that it is told as a conversation amongst friends. One of them is suffering, Job, while the others discuss his source of pain. Is the suffering due to an outside source, wicked people, God, or Job himself? These ideas are some of the factors mentioned between the men. My goal while writing the Bible study and many others in the future is to not go heavy with doctrine, denominational beliefs, traditions, and personal ideas. Of course, by writing the book, some of my background ideals will filter into the written words. The best case scenario is to allow you the ability to read Job and have a personal understanding of the book as you pray for understanding and application. When reading Job, think of it as a metaphor in listening and talking. If you're talking while someone else is speaking, often you can't understand or comprehend what they are saying. This is what we do when reading the Holy Bible. Our mind is metaphorically talking and blocking any information and truth that the Bible is speaking. When you're reading Job, there is a conversation taking between the Bible and your mind. I implore you to listen to what the Word of God has to say. Don't approach learning more about the Lord as if you're trying to talk over the scriptures. For many of us, that sounds, of course, insane. And if you have a desire to grow spiritually, then you would never shout over the person who could provide instructions. Listen to what the Bible is saying, then react and share with others. The book of Job has 42 chapters, and this study is broken into 26 lessons. Each lesson covers 1 to 2 chapters, so you won't be overburdened with reading too much information. In addition, each lesson is broken into 3 different sections. First, you have the questions relating to the Bible. After that, there will be personal questions for you to answer that relates to what you've just studied. Then the last section, just a thought, is a brief idea relating to the chapter for more information. Just a thought is last, so it doesn't color your mind while studying the lesson. Remember, the idea is to have a blank slate flowing into each lesson of the Bible. Well, that's something to think about before proceeding, is that Job is full of metaphors. These examples are used to explain a variety of issues plaguing our world. Think about the people and community Job and his friends are describing, and then think if that reflects the mindset and way of the world today. Really pay attention to what's being said. This is a conversation between people regarding suffering in the world on a personal and grand scale. Let's face it, we all suffer from some calamity or issue at some point in our lives. By reading Job, the hope is that you have a better grasp on how to view the situation and see how God is a part of your life. Well, just want to say thank you for your support, and the book website is available in the description below. Thanks, and be blessed.